Hello and welcome. Hope everyone's doing all right. I am doing all good. Nothing to do with the 2 glasses of Rioja I've had while I've been gardening, but there we go. It's good to get me hands dirty. And of course I'm last in queue for the baths. So thought I'd do a quick video where the light's still decent. You can see the bananas have gone, just about to be replaced. But we'll just have a little scoot round and just see what's happening. So first thing of note before I forget is we had a bit of a problem with the pergola. Nothing too crazy, it's all still on there, held up to the 50-mile-an-hour winds, but what it was, in my wisdom, when I put this roof on, I'd completely forgot about that bit that's overhanging there, and it's not going into the gutter. So what was happening is that it was dripping on top of the joist and then against the wall and then all the way down the wall. So I'm gonna have to sort that out, otherwise that's going to cause damp issues on the inside. So I'll either do my favourite and silicone it up at the end so it overfills to the right and into the gutter, or I'll cut a little bit of excess off and just angle it from this way across into it, if you see what I mean. But either way, we'll sort that out. I still haven't moved these things to be central to the relevant pieces over here, but we'll do that. You can see I brought the insetti out. It looked like it was being a bit not great. That's probably a lack of everything. It's been in a very dark room, so I'm going to assume that's a lack of water, lack of light and all that. But we've got a couple of weeks now at least of sort of 8-degree hopefully minimums, so I'll give that a good water in a minute and leave it out here, see what happens. Hopefully a bit of natural light will sort it out. If not, obviously I'll cut the leaves off, but yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Oh yeah, may as well go into this. This is there's the 2 gingers in the orange pots. Well, it was 1 ginger that I split into 2. In these 2 big black pots, that is all the Hypolpis Punctata, which was where that spade is there. I was saying over the year that I thought it was a bit wild and a bit brackeny, and yeah, my god, it had gone crazy. I only put that in spring and it was about a 3-litre pot, or you know, half of one of these orange ones. That was the size I put it in there at, and it completely root bound in that. You can see I've got all the where is it, the rhizome there, so I've actually taken out every little bit of mud I could get out of that just to make sure I get all the roots out. These 2 are completely full with it, and I've got this bit that was underneath it as well, underneath the fronds there, the rhizome. So yeah, I can't compost that, so like a Spartan with a deformed child, I'm going to expose it to the elements for a while and then I'll burn it. Not that they burnt the babies after, they just left them out on the mountainside, but you know what I mean. So yeah, hopefully that'll do that. Let's work our way this way actually, because we've got a bit of bad news. Firstly, I was a complete idiot. That crozier on the Cyathea couperii, I think it was okay, and then the other day we had a forecast of 3 degrees, so I didn't think anything of it. I turned the heating off the day before but it didn't turn out to be 3 degrees. It was actually quite a hard frost we had, which is done in that crozier, which is really annoying, because I could have just left it on and it probably would have been fine. But as long as the crown's all right, you know, what can you do? So that's annoying, but it is what it is. In here I've moved the sword fern in here. So the idea of this is, because the wind comes from kind of behind us, and this the northerly ones that come from behind us, so they have a bit of a bite to them. So the idea of that is that it'll get big. They should get about 1 meter by 1 meter sort of thing, you know, like quite a big fern, and that will just take the hit and hopefully it'll cover it as well. And then I was thinking about, you can see the Dixonia fronds at the back there haven't survived and come back. I'm going to leave them on just for a minute, just, you know, just why not. But what I was thinking is, if I'm going to go all in on the Schefflers, I may as well go all in. And where this little thing is down the back, just above the maiden hair there, I'll put that out the front in the recovery area for the ferns, and then I might put another Scheffler in there, another Scheffler Taiwaniana. A, that will tie up with the rest of them quite nicely, and B, if it grows up and gets above all of this, then it'll have an evergreen canopy on it, and then that might just keep the fronds on that Dixonia, because yeah, that is super annoying, that, because that happened last year. so it didn't look like full, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll see. I don't even know if that thing survived yet, but otherwise new growth on the Fatsia has been burnt off. But I think that happened last year. They're pretty tough. This Crozier survived here on this Cyathea. I'm going to cut all these fronds off at some point. I'm just running out of time today. Otherwise around here, the crown on this Cyathea is okay as well. Schefflera Taiwaniana is doing good, looking really good. And then yeah, so this Blechnum had split off to the right. You can see where I've just disturbed the irrigation there. That's where it was. So I've dug that, I've split it and dug it in half, and we'll go and have a look at that in a minute. That Lamatia Ferruginea is going to move over with the other bananas that are still in at the moment. The monkey puzzle, I'll keep that in a pot and have it on the patio. That's where the canna is going to go. So in here I've taken out the Tetrapanax. I think I was quite lucky because it came up quite easy and it just sent out two like running roots, like the thick ones. You can see it all over there actually. Just that's not that some of that's the deciduous ferns that I've taken out as well, but you can just see above the fork there the runner ones for the Tetrapanax. Luckily, because this is all new soil from last year, you know, I made this bed last year and it was all pretty much 90% manure. I was able to cut the Tetrapanax out, put it in a pot, and then the two roots that were running, I sort of just pulled it, and it sort of pulled it all the way out, if you know what I mean. So because the soil's quite loose. So Lophosauria fronds have been burnt off at the front there. We'll see what happens with that. I've put the Schefflera in. I did think about it's not the right time of year to do it, but it's been quite mild, so the soil's reasonably warm, I guess. And also they were in pots on the patio taking 50-mile-an-hour winds the other day, so they should be able to take 50-mile-an-hour winds there if it comes back. And yeah, just get some in the ground on it. I had itchy fingers. The Chiliensis is there too, just as a space filler, and that's a Sertonium fortunei there, a holly fern on the left just above the asplenium, so that's just space filling. And then at the back, I almost got one earlier, I'm going to put a Clematis almandia, and I might move the Erythrosaura from Camellia Corner just because he's getting a bit big over there, just to fill the gap. The Willemi's doing really well, bulked out a little bit to my eye, so that'll go in the ground at some point. The big load of bananas has gone. So I've put that banana pup in there because I needed the pot that it was in, but I'm going to take that out because the banana roots go crazy, don't they? And I think it'll go through the hole, so I don't want it doing that, because the whole point of that pot and this one here, this is the Dropterix Lepidopoda, which was over where the sword fern was, over by the Cyathea. I'll just put it in there because I don't have anywhere to put it. It is in a pot. You probably just see it there. So the idea of those two is that when the time comes, the Schefflera get a bit bigger, and then I can just pull the pots out of the ground and I'll have two holes ready for Dixonia tree ferns. Where the Lepidopoda is, that will probably be a sort of maybe a 2, 3, 4 foot one, and then where this banana pup is, because people are going to walk here, I'm going to need the crown at least 5 foot, if that makes sense. So I'll probably need a 6 foot tree fern. So when I win the lottery, I will sort that out. The Erythrosaura, which was the other side, is just there. I've just put it there because that's where the sword fern was. The Wallachiana is still in there. And then this is a hibiscus I just bought as a random thing. I don't even know why I bought it, to be honest with you, but I did buy it, so I've just put that in there just to add a bit of colour to the bed, see what happens with it this year. And then this is the rest of the Blechnum here. So yeah, form on the Scheffleras is really good. I do like it. So yeah, once these two grow up quite high, if they do, then that'll be quite good. And then hopefully this Blechnum will run, if you see what I mean, so it'll just look pretty good, evergreen, happy days. So you can see there's the banana and all that. There's another pup that I had. I needed the pot though, so I just chucked that in that pot for now. But yeah, crazy how all those roots went. And then over here I've chopped the canna down, as we can now see this octagon. So what I'm going to do is just leave that as it is for now, see where the growing points is, and then bring that up. And yeah, I'll sort all of these ferns out at another day. I might move this rabbit fern, split it, put some of it up with the other one up there, and then put it somewhere else as well. Haven't really done a lot else in there. The Strepsilexa has finally died. The honeysuckle is looking a bit worse for wear. It still looks like it's alive, so hopefully if we get some rain and sun and a bit of mildness, it might bounce back. I really hope it doesn't drop all its leaves, because that would be really annoying to get this far through the year. But you can see some of it's not looking amazing. There's the Tetrapanax in there. Actually came out a lot nicer than I thought it was going to, so happy with that. I did buy another one of these tropical leaf silhouette things. There he is over there. So where I'm going to put them, this like square bit, the ladder bit as I call it, maybe one there and one to the left there, or if not, they might look nice either side of the bamboo in those sort of laddery bits. But I'll mock it up and we'll see. And then yeah, just over here, like I said, I've put that Coniogram emiensis in there. He's quite nice. Hopefully he'll bulk out a little bit and it's going to be hardy. And other than that, it's all good. So yeah, moving on. I think I don't really need to do much more gardening. I'm going to leave those bananas for now, just because they act as a little bit of a protection from the wind coming from the back of the garden across. So I'll leave them in there for now until I'm ready to do all of that in one go. So I'll make sure I've got the Clematis almandii and whatever else is going to go in there. So I think the next thing is actually going to be the utilities. Take out that bit of pipe there, run in all this pipe work that's down here, just excuse the mess, nicely against the wall. Hook up the lights at the back, like I said, and hook them up to the switch so they're all ready to go. Move this drain pipe and the outside tap over to the other side. And then what I'll probably do, this sort of this ilk, if you see what I mean, with the block work, I might put a little block bed here, because then I can either put some trellis or something, or a climb or a nice plant in it, maybe the Tetrapanax. And then the same the other side of that window. I've got a cut in of the Lonicera, which hopefully hasn't died yet, and hopefully it will survive. So if it does, I'll put it in there, build up a little bed there. But yeah, it's nice to get out and get my hands dirty. I've mulched some bits, haven't done others because I've just run out of time. So yeah, it looks an absolute mess. But yeah, I'm happy I've got the Schefflers in the ground. Hopefully they'll survive. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching.